Alright, hello everybody. Today's lesson we're going to be working with estimation, and we're going to focus on decimals as well. Along with the estimation that we're going to be talking about, there are three specific types that we're going to be working with, and that is rounding, front-end estimation, and using compatible numbers. The essential question revolving around this entire lesson is, what are the three methods that you can use to estimate decimals? Now, granted, I just went over them with you in the focus for today, but you don't know what they are yet. So throughout the lesson, we're going to learn what those three methods of estimation are with decimals. I would like for you to be able to tell me what those three methods are at the end and utilize them in the quiz below. The first strategy of estimating that we're going to talk about is estimation by rounding. You can always use a number line to help you round decimals if you need to. So here I put on here, just for the values, 4 through 5. Now, we have a rule in estimation that if it is 4 and below, then we're going to round down. But if it is 0.5 and above, then we are going to round up. So let's take a look at an example of what that might look like. We're asked to round the decimal 4.5 to the nearest whole number. Being that 4.5, that 0.5 tells me that it is closer to the whole number 5 than it is to the whole number 4. So in this case, we are going to round up to 5. Pretty simple. But let's take a look at some other examples. We have the value of 21.18 plus 17.92. Let's take a look at 21.18. Looking at the value after the decimal, it is a 1. So that tells me that this whole number is going to be closer to 21 than it is 22 on the number line. So let's go ahead and estimate that to be 21 plus, we have 17.92. The 9 after the decimal tells me that that is closer to 18 on the number line than it would be 17. So let's estimate that to be 17. So 21 plus 17 is, 18. Oh, geez, I'm messing up already. Not a good start. I already said it's closer to 18. I just wrote 17 for some reason. So 21 plus 18 is equal to 38. So it would be approximately 38 when we're rounding. Take a look at the second example. Tell me, what would you round 5.8 to? If you looked at this 0.8 and said, this would be closer to 6 on the number line than 5, then you are correct. So let's estimate that to be 6 minus 2, because 1.76 is closer to 2 on the number line than it would be 1. 6 minus 2 is equal to 4. So 5.82 minus 1.76 would be around 4, since we rounded those numbers. I want you to go ahead and take a moment to do this last one on your own. I'll give you a moment to do so. Alright, if you rounded 6.0726, you are correct, and you multiplied that by 3, you are also correct. So that would be approximately 18. 6 times 3 equals 18. Great job. So we already went over a form of estimation with decimals, and that was rounding. Now we're going to move on to estimation by front end, by using the front end estimation. The first step of this kind of estimation is to add the front digits first. So in this case, we're working with money. We're going to add that first column. So before the decimal point, we're going to add up the front digits. In this case, 4 plus 1 is 5, plus another $2 is $7. I then put that information over here. Now we're looking at step 2. We're estimating the sum of the cents near the dollar. So in this case, we have 39 cents, 49 cents, and 95 cents. I estimated these two together because they're close to 50 cents, which would be approximately $1. And 95 cents is really close to $1 as well. So altogether, the sum of all of the cents in this problem would be around $2. This is where that 2 comes in over here. So estimating using front-end estimation, we have 7 plus 2 is equal to approximately $9. Let's take a look at some examples on our own. Let's do this one together. Our first step is to add the front digits. So I'm going to add 5 plus 2, which is 7. Now I'm going to figure out, is 42 cents plus 67 cents, is that closer to $0 or $1? Well, I know that 4 plus 6 equals 40 cents plus 60 cents would be around $1. So I'm going to say around $1. So 7 plus 1 would be approximately $8. I want you to take a moment on your own to see if you can use front-end estimation solving for this problem. Alright, let's see how you did. We have 24 minus 16, which in this case is 8. 24 minus 16 equals 8. Did you estimate that 21 cents and 3 cents, would that be about, it's closer to 0 than it is to 1, than the value of 1. So 0 plus 8 would be approximately $8 as well. Is that what you got? If you did, give yourself a round of applause, smiley face, gold star, because that was fabulous. Front-end estimation isn't an easy concept to grasp, so lots of practice with this will pay off. The last strategy of estimation that we're going to go over today is using comparable numbers. Comparable numbers are exactly what they sound like. They're numbers that you can compare to other numbers, that they're easy to compute mentally. So let's take a look at this example. Suppose you have saved $82.25. About how many DVDs can you buy that are $7.95 each? So let's use some compatible numbers that would be pretty close to these values. I would say that $82.25 is pretty close to, we'll just say $80. And that $7.95, well geez, that's, might as well round it up to $8. So how many DVDs can you buy with the amount of money that you saved? Well, let's find out. We're going to divide 80 divided by 8. 8 goes into 8 once. 1 times 8 equals 8. 0. And then we have 0 left over. So we could get approximately 10 DVDs with the amount of money that we saved up. Using compatible numbers, let's go ahead and take a look at some more examples together. In our first example, we have 27.36. Let's go ahead and round that down to the whole number of 27. And let's divide that by, we have 3.14. We're going to round that down to 3. So 27 divided by 3 is equal to what, everybody? 27 divided by 3. Let's pull this up over here. There you go, 9. So when we use compatible numbers for that, we can figure out approximately what that would be. go ahead and solve these other two on your own using compatible numbers. Alright, let's see how you did. If you chose to use 32 as a compatible number of 32.2, that looks good because we can change 7.56 to 8. And those numbers go very well into each other that are easily computed. So 32 divided by 8 is 4. And if you changed 3.96 to 4 and divided that by 2, we would say that it would be approximately 2. Now it's the point in our lesson to review what we have learned so far. So let's take a look to see if we can answer this question. What are the 3 methods that you can use to estimate decimals? Not only that, but can you explain it in a way and maybe teach somebody else how to use these strategies, these 3 methods to estimate decimals? Go ahead and take some time to think about that. Alright, so I'm going to list on the board what the 3 methods of estimation are. So hopefully you were able to do that as well. The first one that we went over as a class was rounding. The other one was using front-end estimation. And then the last strategy that we went over was using compatible numbers. In order to easily compute those numbers so that they were easily divisible, they could be easily multiplied, things like that. If you have any questions regarding this lesson on estimating strategies dealing with decimals, please don't hesitate to let me know. Please take some time to show me that you can use these strategies by answering the questions below in this quiz. Thank you. Bye.